Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Lords of the Fallen, where we've made our way to this hub, and we've got a few different routes we could take. But also, I've learned a bit more about the old dodgy rolling. It seems that, from what I've read, if this is right, pressing B outside of combat will always do a roll, like so. But when you're in combat, pressing B will do a little intimate side dodge or forward dodge, a little dodge, and you have to double tap B to do rolls like this. So that's why I was sometimes rolling and sometimes dodging in that boss fight. Question is, now that I'm armed with that information, would I be able to actually beat that boss fight? I'll give it one try and then we'll move on to new stuff. I am slightly stronger, I've got new gear and I've got an extra healing item. That's a good start. I pressed A instead of B the first time, so... So yeah, it does seem to be the case then, that a single tap of B is like a dodge. I'm not doing much damage here. Maybe that's my daggers as well, but... doing a pretty crap job of dodging any attacks. Ouch. Now, you're going to go into phase 2 at some point, hopefully. We can do a little side dodge into an attack, it seems, so that's kind of useful. Oh yeah, that we just avoid. I remember that. It seems as though probably rolling underneath her would be good while she's flying, and then getting off some stabs. Oh, heck. Oh, heck. I don't remember doing that before. And we seem to be building up some sort of radiant status. So it's not going terribly well. Oh, come on, I was miles away. Oh, what? Never seen that grab attack before. Crap. And yeah, that was just flailing. I was like, what the heck is going on? She's got like half a dozen new moves that I didn't see when we fought before. Need to get some stamina back. Frig, I should have done a little dodge that time instead of a big dodge. We nearly got her. Probably would have only taken another 3 or 4 tries then, if I'd known how to roll properly. But getting better at the combat, that is something we're going to have to do at some point. And I think we've got 3 ways that we could go right now. There was the way down through the gate that you can only get through in Umbra. There was another way down that led to a place with loads of ladders and such. But when we came down these stairs, there was also an option where we could have gone up these stairs instead. I'm now thinking, now that we found the hub area down there, I'm thinking that going up wasn't a big route. Because if you just went the wrong way and completely missed the hub area for a long period of time, that would be very silly indeed. So I'm thinking up here might just be like an item or something. We've got Sanctify from that chest. Is that it? Yeah, so that's one way off the list, I guess. Although, What have we got there? A ladder. Oh no, the ladder's there anyway, but the lantern drew my attention to it. So maybe we can knock that down later, and that will give us access to the bridge again from a different place. Possibly from that outside scaffolds bit, because it looks as though that's the same area over there that we saw. So that might be our next destination in general. Gives us a chance to properly test out these daggers. Oh, that's why I want to keep pressing A to sprint. Because I've been playing lots of Hades recently. Hades 2 specifically. Having a whale of a time with it. But I was kind of hoping that it was a sufficiently different game that I wouldn't end up confusing the controls with Lords of the Fallen. But no, it seems like I am. So there we go. I'm going to be confusing myself and sprinting incorrectly multiple times. Now through we go. Where's this lead? Need the Skyrest Bridge key to open that door. Okay. So this way, much like the upstairs, doesn't seem to lead to anything that's of use to us right now. So I guess we are going in the direction of the scaffolds and such. It's down here past this nobleman. He wants my lantern. He can't have it. It's my lantern. Maybe I wasn't destined to receive it, like the other guy said, the captain. But it's mine now, so everyone has to deal with that. Where are we exactly? No bridges about, by the look of it. Hidden ones that only the lantern would reveal. There's a man though. Are you a friend?
Careful if you're headed for Pilgrim's Perch, friend. The hallowed sentinels don't welcome everyone. Not even a faithful pilgrim who's crossed countless miles of land and sea to join them. All I wanted was to serve the divine judge cleric, but they deemed me unworthy and chased me off. What's a poor, rejected disciple to do now, I ask you?
Are you unworthy? You might be.
I gave away most of what little I owned before I left Perdam. But if you've got some traveling of your own to do, then here, take this. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's been a dependable companion to me.
It's a stick.
It's a harsh wind that blows in Mornstead, but a tree that doesn't bend breaks, I suppose.
You could say that. Now, you've given me a stick. It's a stick. And we've also got this spear, which I guess is like maybe better than our other spear. Doesn't actually look like it. Looks pretty crap. But we've got a new spear anyway. Now, you be safe out there, friend. I don't know if you'll survive without your stick, but I hope so. So it's Pilgrim's Perch, where we're headed. Sounds like that's the case. There's men over there, or at least one man. Is he coming over to say hello? Does he know we're here? Seems like no. Ooh, we defeated him with an umbral finisher. I don't know what that is, but I'm glad we did it. Is that a feature of our neophyte daggers? I'm not sure. Could be all sorts of people hiding out here, and yeah. Now, what are you? You're the map of Pilgrim's Perch Ascent. So I guess that's where we are right now. The previous map was extremely unhelpful. This new one looks similar. Nobody lurking there, good. Oop. Yeah, I feel like going through areas out of Umbral mode is best to begin with. Is Umbral mode the right terminology? Although there is a thing there. And I guess we can't do our thing with it. Or is that just one of the return to... Yeah, that might be a return to regular mode. Doohickeys. Yeah, there's a beam. I kind of want to walk on that beam. I could have just gone down the stairs. But no, it turns out beam was the answer. More fragments to upgrade our daggers, perhaps. Although we didn't find a blacksmith. Maybe we just missed them. Or maybe there's not one there yet. So who are we dealing with? Like, whole bunch of dudes? One of them spotted us. Come on then. I'll take you on one at a time. One at a time seems best. Seems like these heavy mace guys are just more aggressive than most. Once again I tried to charge up a heavy to meet him on the way in, and it turns out it takes much longer to charge up than I was anticipating. Anyone else want some? They're threatening me. How dare they? I'm not going to stand for that. I'm going to come over here. Aha! Cheeky wretch. Holy Ward. Possibly a consumable that protects you against holy attacks. Now, I didn't want to have to fight you guys, but I'm going to anyway. And I'm nearly going to throw myself to my death. Which would have been the first of many in this area, I feel, because, geez. But there is a platform down there. We did learn about platforms attached to bits of rope from the map. That's one thing the map did teach us. Should I be throwing myself down there to see what's going on? Or would that be a death drop? I don't know. I don't know what a death drop is. Let's have a heal just to be on the safe side. Okay, that is a death drop. Well, now we've learned. And so now we're in Umbra mode. I guess if we can make our way back to, or forward even, to a return point, like that one, then yeah, we've basically lost nothing. Right? We've lost some health overall, which we can get back by attacking people, I think. But yeah, it seems like you can't fall very far at all in this game. But I'm glad I wasn't penalised too heavily for experimenting. Now you. Get Umbral, son. We got back a bit of HP for that. Oh yeah. Cheeky. How does one get to you? Or do I have to ranged attack you? Maybe you'll throw yourself off. Oops. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Is that the right button? Yeah, the controls for switching between ranged and melee are a little confusing. And I've accidentally used up 2 of my healing items. So down goes that guy. For no real reason. He wasn't any threat to us. We've got a ladder over here. This way feels like optional side stuff. And going through those big doors above seems like the golden path. Door does not open from this side. What a surprise. Now, where's the next ambush coming from? That guy looks like an ambush. But he's also cringing. That guy's an ambush. And then this guy's just praying for his life. So... Oh. This is pretty spooky. Maybe this is the way forward and the other way was a dead end. Because this seems quite big. Oh wait, you've got that shit going on, haven't you? Which I haven't learned how to deal with yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, we killed that guy. Using a heavy lantern attack didn't actually seem to work because he still had a blue health bar when he got up, but then he fell off. So that's good enough for me. Now, controls are pretty good. So I feel kind of comfortable making these jumps. Nah! That was on me. I'm pretty sure that was on me. Now, can we pick up your gubbins? We can. Ooh, nice. So I guess we're pressing on in this mode for the moment. No hidden doors there, because we're in Umbra mode, so we'd know about it already if there were. Whole lot of folks here. Too many, probably. Oh, you pisshead! I was running past you because I knew there was an ambush there. Frick. Now we've got a fair distance to run back because we hadn't found any vestige down there. What a pain. At least this time we're probably not going to accidentally use up 2 of our healing items. Because we can't remember how to do ranged combat. We're probably going to be spared that fate. And we know that most of the enemies down here are harmless. So instead of trying to time heavy attacks this time, I'm just going to stab that bug twice and then back away. Now, what about you? Good. And then we ignore the rest of you and go for... not you. You. Sweet. Is it even worth killing the rest? What do they give us in terms of XP? A pittance by the look of it. What would have been up these stairs? Doesn't look like a boss room. But it's not my chosen path. So on we go. Oh, we're going to have to deal with that guy again who I've still not figured out how to deal with properly. Oh fuck, I forgot about you. Damn it. I guess I should just assume there's an ambush around every corner, because that seems to be the case. Can we deal with that guy now that we're in Umbra mode? Do we even want to try? Or do we just want to... I pressed jump. I pressed the jump button. Fuck's sake. Fucking controls dog shit. That's not true. That was a jest. They could be a little less clunky, but they're mostly fine. Oh god, now we've got ourselves a 2-on-1. That went alright. An avowed mace. That again will either be a strength weapon or a strength radiance weapon, I'm sure. Strength and smidge of agility. Mace of an avowed, so that guy is an avowed. Yeah, he's not falling for that. If I start my charge and he's too far away, he's just gonna sit there and watch me do nothing. That guy got him good and proper. I don't know what the benefit is of that type of attack though, because the game's tutorials frankly have been pants. It's taught me the most basic ass, this is what the controls do, and that's it. That time jumps worked out okay. You're that guy who will bone me if he gets the chance. So let's jump across here and get our vigor back. Good. And then that time we made the jump. Good. I feel this is the first time we've made it this far without being in Umbral. But these guys generally aren't trying to stop me. So that's good. So maybe we can make some further progress in this direction. I hope this is all just an optional side bit. Yeah. Do these guys want to die? Is that why they're just taunting me sometimes? Got some loot though, so we're going to have to murk them every time we see them. And then that prick, that's the one who started all this trouble by finishing me off. But now we're past him. We've got an avowed up ahead. Oh, got one behind us as well. What a prick. Get wrecked. Do we heal? Do we need to heal? Might be a bit early to heal. Loot being on the same button as jump is going to cause me to just jump all over the shop like an idiot sometimes. I feel. Now this feels like an ambush as well though. It's like, put the mage out there and then you end up rushing in to deal with them. And then you get ruined by some other bugger. No? No other bugger? Okay. It's just mage friend. There he goes. This all feels like a very sort of normal area. It doesn't feel like somewhere where there's going to be a lot of hidden gubbins. I'm assuming there will be, because it's throughout the entire world, I imagine. But yeah, it just feels like a more natural area where there shouldn't be supernatural nonsense. Another bell staff. And then an elevator. Which takes us up, yep. Possibly up to that corpse with a bit of loot on it that we saw before. Or maybe not. Maybe it's somewhere else entirely. Ice grip. The heck is that when it's at home? It allows you to change the colour of your armour. Oh. That's interesting. Is that a type of colour then? We can now give our armour the ice grip tint. I feel like the weird sounds I'm hearing here mean that we could do stuff here. Oh, there's a return to Umbra, so we could potentially go into Umbra and see if there's more around here. Because I feel like these guys were making funny noises. But no, it doesn't seem so there's anything we can do with them. Okay. So back we go. We've just lost half our health bar for no reason. But it's the kind that we can regain with attacks. I think. So it could be fine. Begin to feel a whole lot like progress this direction. Need the bridge key to open that door. Okay. There was a key available for like 18k, wasn't there? What are you? Possibly one of those shroud people that we can speak to. You're definitely a thing. So let's go back into Umbra.
Diviner dear, witness this offering I make to you.
Don't go making blood offerings to demon gods. That's not cool. Oh, and that's just an emerge. Okay. I thought it'd be more exciting. Now, there's an item down there. Cool. Faithful Bludgeon. A Grand Hammer requires 28 strength. Increase Inferno to gain further insight. It's got 100 there next to a flame icon. Is that... Does that mean it deals fire damage on top of regular or what? No, because it says at the bottom there, physical damage 168. Requires some sort of affinity with Inferno maybe? All the weapons that have got that number next to the fire icon do seem to also have increase your Inferno to gain further insight. So, yeah. But then there's ones that say increase your Radiance to gain further insight that don't have any numbers next to any of their statuses. Oh, it's a status, isn't it? Yeah. You can hit people with it to build up flame, I guess. Now, do we carry on in this direction? Seems unlikely. Oh, over there. Okay. Now what? Ooh. Creepy grabby hands. We don't like those. Oh. What the fuck just happened? Well, I don't know about you, but that feels like bullshit to me. I was just looking around, trying to find a way off that bit, and then I got ambushed by like 3 or 4 dudes from the Umbral world when I wasn't even in it. What the heck? And now my stuff is an absolute mile away because I still haven't found any more vestiges. Maybe we just say YOLO and we go into this mode and we run through it in Umbra. And we see how that works out for us. We might find something new on the way. We've been through this bit a few times now, so going through it in a different way seems more interesting. Although we might get killed because of it. I'm not sure. That's some of our health back. I don't remember that being there before. But it also seems like we can't reach it from here. So maybe it's fine. You want me? Maybe it's a good idea every now and again to escape and then go back in. Will that reset our timer? It does cost me a bit more health. But then I can get that back again by stabbing people. And there's a lot more people to stab in Umbra mode. There's all the original people, plus extra ones. So what are we looking at? Some giant dude. Very well. Was that ladder there before? Maybe. Given as there's not much up there, I'm going to assume that ladder was always there, and I just didn't see it because I'm an idiot. Now, it's a bit risky doing all these jumps. Whoop. In this mode. Now, what about you? Yeah, once the little blue thing is downed, then we can kill the guy. I just don't know how you get the little blue thing down when you're in regular mode. Well, I nearly forgot about you. Thank God you didn't push me off. You're the worst. I hate you. Now, where did you come from anyway? Did you drop down from above, perhaps? Maybe that's the case. So about a quarter of a way round our eyeball meter. Does it have to go all the way round in order for you to get savaged by a monster? I'm not sure. I don't want to chance it, so I'm going to use the next return device up here. Yeah, the eye is closed, which had me worried. Can I actually get back to my stuff if I'm still in Umbra? Because I got down there by using the lantern and then cancelling it. The eye is still closed. Does that mean I'm still in danger? Maybe. So I could come this way for sure. I just want to check, can I go all the way up there? No, dead end. So I do need to come back and drop down to where my stuff is. Now, let's get that back before we do anything else. Now, why was I ambushed suddenly by a bunch of pricks before? Is it because I revealed them with my lantern? And they were able to break their way through into the real world because of that? I don't know. I don't know how to get back. Maybe I just have to be in this again. And then let's see. Ah, there's a thing over there. And then, yeah, here they come. Bit of panic attacking. And now we can make progress forward. To where exactly? To that thing. Ah, that's the bridge key. Sounds like something's after me. That's because something's after me. I don't like that. I'd like it to stop. The Crimson Rector Sword. Cool. Yeah, there's definitely stuff after me. And I'm not a fan. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sprinting for dear life at this point. What's up this way? There's a door we can open. That's nice. And wait a minute, that's this door. Outstanding. So it doesn't really matter if we die now, right? Because we're back. We're just going to spawn at that vestige anyway. Hello, friend. Was there anything exciting past you before? I didn't fully check. The Shrine of the Putrid Mother. Use Pluck's eyeballs to buy things here. So we've got what looks to be more tinctures for our armor. We've possibly got an armor set. We've got a Rebirth Chrysalis, I guess if you want to respec, and various things I've not fully explored. Wonderful. But yeah, we're safe here. Our eyeball may have closed, but in the base we're alright. Okay, so we can buy skulls from this guy with vigor to store our vigor in, as it were, but it's got quite a hefty exchange rate. So that's interesting. We can replace our throwing hand with a Charm of Fortune Sight. So it seems like our throwing hand can be replaced by something that lets us cast spells. So spells aren't just cast out of your hand, you don't have like a staff or something that you cast spells with, it seems. That's kind of good to know. So I guess from my equipment screen, I've got quick access items and stuff. I don't have anywhere on here to store spells by the look of it. Other than in my throwing hand stuff. So I could replace my throwing hand with a Catalyst, perhaps. And then on these slots, I could put spells. Still seems a bit fiddly to get them off in combat. Also, what's this? An empty mirror frame. Should I do some spell casting? I don't know if I've picked up any Inferno spells yet, and Infernal seems a bit more interesting than Radiant. But I'll hold off for now until I know what the heck I'm doing in general. We could use more endurance and more vitality though. Definitely get some endurance for now. We haven't found a smith. But we didn't look down here, did we? This is a big place. There might have been other characters around the whole time that we just haven't spoken to. Yeah, we didn't come up this way. I'm sure I'd remember the ominous red light. Oh! I was not expecting the door to open from this side. Ah, this is familiar, yes. We came in here, we met Iron Dude, and then we climbed up there. Cool, so that's a shortcut back to the earlier area. Red Cops, was it? We like ourselves a big interconnected world. Now, who are you?
Look at you, a Dark Crusader, a lamp bearer, and a revenant to boot. Aren't you the multifaceted one? Well, we Fidelis aren't as fortunate. We tend to stay dead when we die. And Aureus knows enough of us have done just that. Anyway, like Nathaniel says, you keep looking back, you don't see the blade coming at your front. We set ourselves a task and we have to finish it.
And what task is that? Dealing with the... well, dealing with everyone else, I suppose. The Crusader types who schismed, and the bad guys whose name begins with an R that I've forgotten.
Best watch your step out there. Mornstead is a land awash in blood, both deserved and undeserved alike.
Sound sort of advice. He's got a little bedroom. Lovely. No one's kipping on this side, are they? Oh yeah, they might be. Those are little beds, I suppose. They don't have fancy hammocks though, like old Eustace.
That lamp you've got there is heresy, stranger. But then, seems it's getting harder to tell what is and what ain't nowadays. Ah, strange times. But in the end, there's right and there's wrong. And that never changes. And I hope for both our sakes you know the difference.
Wrong. Wrong never changes.
But if in doubt, you heed the captain. He's never steered me wrong, much as he might think otherwise.
So these guys are the other guys' soldiers. The captain of the Fidelis that we spoke to before, who's salty that we got the lamp instead of him. But there doesn't seem to be much else going on down here except this. Use pilfered coins to purchase items, and that gives us more dyes, it seems. Mirror of protection. A chunk. We'd like a chunk. And some faithless armor, which looks kind of cool. But alas, we've got no pilfered coins. So yeah, that's all just happening behind old Cap in here. The Hallowed Knight sword. I thought the Hallowed Knights were the quote-unquote bad guys who were schismed from you lot. Unless you were one of them, but then why are you here? But you're the one who sells the key for 18k.
Our Immaculate Lady will bring redemption.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% on all the ins and outs of what's going on here. Do we have an inventory limit? Is it a good idea to tuck away some of our weapons that we're not using? Also, this Crimson Rector sword that we picked up appears to just be a strength sort of weapon. I'm thinking maybe we just sell a bunch of these weapons, but I don't want to sell them and then find the... oh no, it looks like we used 52 out of 1,337 slots. So I think we're okay to hang on to them. It might be a good idea to just hang on to a whole bunch of weapons and stuff until I can sell them all for 18k to get that posh key. Okay, we can only sell most of these for like a pittance. The ones that sell for a bit more are the weapons that we picked up, and then the ones that we could just grind from people just sell for 60. So we're not going to make a huge amount of money selling stuff, but we might do it anyway at some point. For now we'll hang on to that stuff because it just seems like a good idea. Might just find ourselves out in the wild at some point and then we come across a merchant. We've got a Crimson Rector shield. Lovely. So I guess we're going to have a bigger explore in this sort of direction now that we've unlocked this shortcut. But we're going to do that next time. So until then, thanks for watching, friends.